So I'm Danny Westfall, and I really like to go out and hike. I don't know every president, but he's the worst president in my lifetime. Congress passes this law. Congress passes this thing. And you didn't even know they were voting on it. That no one paid attention to a complete overhaul of particular taxes that affect everyday Americans. Intentions don't matter. Thoughts don't matter. What matters are actions.
What?
During those times, I always come up with these kind of questions that I ask myself. So I'm Danny Westfall, and I really like to go out and hike. Now, the reason why I like doing that isn't necessarily just to see beautiful things or to find unexplored territory. It's mostly so I can get some thinking done. You do your best thinking out loud while you're walking, either with a friend, sharing a hike, or just even by yourself when you're not too worried about anyone else out there. During those times, I always come up with these kind of questions that I ask myself. And either I'm really curious about the answer and I have to look it up when I get home, or I surprise myself by knowing the answer. And then I have a great little conversation. It sounds a little crazy, but it's really enlightening. It's really helpful to sort of settle my life and to settle anything that happens to be going on, whether it's intellectual, emotional, or social. There's a great period of time in a coach's life where you can actually be one-on-one with someone, and you get to start off with them and they know nothing, and they're afraid and they're worried and they're anxious, and you get to say, hey, look, I'm not here to tell you how to do this, but I'm here to give you the space so that you don't have to worry about those things. You don't have to have the anxiety. You don't have to have that fear. Then you see them grow and develop into a better person over time. I think every coach has to be able to do a couple of different things. The first and foremost, you have to be like the grandma cheerleader.
Yeah.
You have to be there, supportive. You have to be willing to say, okay, look, we failed this time, but that's okay. That's where we learn. Success isn't where you learn. The second thing is you have to have failed a lot at doing this kind of thing, because then you get to see the mistakes. You get to see how the path happened. You get to know at least how you succeeded at it. So you might be able to suggest something for somebody else and say, hey, look, I don't know what you're gonna do to fix this, but what I did is this. Maybe you can try that and adjust it and optimize it for your own. My sales philosophy is to be honest first.
Yeah.
And then also to be that expert, that trustworthy advisor for a person. But you also have to be able to anticipate the other person. So a lot of people are afraid to ask questions because they don't want to feel stupid. A lot of people think they know the answers and you can't tell them they don't. So you have to be able to work around a bunch of different ideas and a bunch of different people's mentalities and personalities in order to give them the information they need to make a good decision. Well, the Walking with Danny episodes will kind of span different things. It's going to span personal and kind of business advice. It's going to span over this idea of sciencey things that are really complicated and bringing them down to just sort of normal understanding and normal acceptability. And I'm also going to talk about politics.
Politics?
Yeah.
So you're a Democrat then?
I'm not a Democrat. I'm actually, I don't have a party of choice. So the reason why I don't have a party of choice is because I don't think a platform makes people. I think people make political ideas.
Okay.
So I might disagree with you on, say, something like abortion, but I might agree with you on something about healthcare. I might even agree with you on something small, like we just both see a guy who's hurt on the side of the road and we both want him to be able to get help. We both want to help him. That is enough to connect us.